Shall we begin? It is 1:16. Okay. Whoops, going back. All right, so thank you very much for coming all the way here. It must have been a long commute to come to our session. Not only that, we do recognize that it is the last session of this 3-day workshop. You might be tired and checked out. So hopefully, we want to be respectful of that, and we'll try not to tech you out too much more. We want to have a fun session. We would like to really emphasize building community here and just chatting. If you have any questions that come up, please type it in the chat box. Any comments, just share it there. It'll be fun. Thank you very much. So to start us off, my name is Cameron. I am one of the Japanese teachers at North Salinas High School. Great to be with everybody today.
And my name is Courtney Rowe. I'm also the other Japanese teacher at North Salinas High School.
Awesome. We're so excited to have you today. If you haven't already had a chance, we would invite you to open up this document, this HyperDoc. That's where you'll be able to sign in. And we also have resources for everything else that we'll be using in this meeting today. If you haven't had a chance to download Goose Chase yet, that's okay. We'll also have some time to do that later on. All right, shall we begin? Okay, so a couple of housekeeping. So I'm sure you've already been doing this through all of the other sessions, but please mute yourself when you're not speaking. I know that my non-existent existing dog is very loud from time to time. Bark, 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 bark. So I'll be careful of that. Video camera is encouraged. I can see Jose there. I can see his lovely face there. Hello, Jose. So that way, just like how we as teachers, we want to see how our students are doing. Are they bored? Do they understand? It's just nice. So thank you very much for those of you who can. Same with the questions, like we mentioned earlier, please, anytime in the chat box. We'll try to monitor that. And if you can also have a phone and or tablet available for downloading Goose Chase, we're going to be using this to showcase our app today and have fun. All right. So objectives. We have 4 objectives today. Okay, the first objective is that participants will be able to cultivate understanding of creating and strengthening connection between students, teachers, and families for inside and outside the classroom. The next one is experience an interactive game tool that honors what the students bring from home. You'll be experiencing that very soon. We also want to be exchanging ideas with each other for improving distance learning. It's coming up really soon. What are we going to do? And finally, we want to create a student-centered task that promotes building community and extends learning. Okay. Today's agenda, 4 main parts. First one is just the keys to distance learning. So a little bit of background of distance learning. What is it? What is effective distance learning? Next will be experiencing the Goose Chase game. You'll be like our students and having fun with that. Third one is idea collaboration by groups, by subject matter.
This blanket.
And then the last one is individual work time for creating a task. We're gonna be giving time for all of us to work on what it is that we want to work on. Okay, so let's begin using that chat box. We want to build community. Can you share with all of us what subject matter you teach? And then 2, if you can go on vacation anywhere in the world right now, where would it be? And 3, yes or no, did you finish downloading the app yet? If you can just type in 1, 2, and 3, that'll be really helpful for us. Okay, so we'll give you a minute. And please, ready, go. Okay, thank you for putting all 3 answers together, Michelle. That's great. Japanese, Japan, and yes. All right. Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. Alisal represents. Awesome. Great. We have English teachers. We have ELA teachers, floristry. We have world language teachers in French, science. This is awesome. We have a whole wide group of teachers here. That's really, really cool. Yeah, we're noticing that some of us are saying yes, we downloaded. Some of us are saying no, it's okay. If you'd like, you can start downloading the app on your Google Play Store or your Apple Store if you know how to do that. If not, it's okay. We're also gonna run it together later. Okay. So thank you for sharing. Please continue to share if you haven't already. This will be very important for us when we break you out into groups later by subject matter. Thank you. Okay, so distance learning. We've been doing this since March, and I remember it was on a Friday, and we were just having normal class, and we were supposed to have a movie night with our Japan club, and we're preparing our anime and our snacks. I remember going to buy some Oreos too, until we got the notice. Oh, school is closed for the foreseeable future, and we ended up staying on distance learning the rest of the semester. And I'm sure this is the case for all of us, teachers and students alike. I'm hearing a little bit of feedback. If you can please mute yourself, that'd be perfect. Thank you. Courtney, could you mute all, please?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can mute all. Thank you. Okay, so bring it back. We've been distance learning since mid-March. And at first we had some challenges. Students weren't able to use their web cameras when we were using Google Meet, so that hindered us a little bit. We had synchronous and asynchronous learning, where a lot of us, we were bombarding our students on Mondays. Here are your assignments. And then they would do that. And then finally, we had the hold harmless grading policy. I'm sure that most of us were not fans of that, but we had to work with what we had. And that meant that students could raise their grade, but they can't lower their grade. So we had different challenges of distance learning that we experienced. What were some challenges of distance learning that you experienced? Can you share that in the chat box, please? And we'll take the next 30 seconds to do so. Okay, please. Participation, that's true. Attendance, yes, we didn't take attendance, huh? Increasing student involvement, getting students to show up. Yeah, some of them weren't waking up. Yeah, yes, yes, that's right. Students not showing up is a huge one. Grading took longer to load than to grade. That is so true. Assessment is tough. Motivation, yeah. Students not knowing that showing their faces. I know, Julie. I agree with you too. Yeah, equity. Yes, Trisha, you're right too. Cheating. Yes, that's another big one too, right? Yeah, Sherry. Yes, yes. Yeah, me too. Teaching AP classes, seniors just, yeah. Then, yeah, internet connectivity. These are, yeah. Thank you so much. Please keep them coming, okay? As we're looking at each other's challenges, I'm sure a lot of us are just nodding our head. Yeah, you too? Me too. So what is it that we can do? We're starting distance learning again very, very soon in 2 weeks. This time around, yes, grades do matter, attendance do matter. But what about the academic side? There are a lot of articles online from news articles where parents, they're pushing for schools to start again. Some are not. And one reader wrote, how can we enhance digital learning so children get the social and academic development that they need? So we're going to distance learning, it's happening, but how can we make it as valuable as possible so that they can get the academic and social development? A lot of parents point out that there's a social aspect that's missing from our kids. So today we're going to be exploring what it is that we can do. What kind of tools can we use to do so? So we found from experts that distance learning, there tends to be two big needs. One is building community. That includes all stakeholders such as students, teachers, parents, and extending learning by our subject matter. So talking about building community, we were just talking about the three different stakeholders here. Students and students. For our, maybe like say I'm teaching AP class this year, I'm not too concerned about them because they've worked with each other for the last 3 years. But what about freshmen? I'm also teaching Japanese 1. They don't know each other other than their middle school classmates. How can we help them feel comfortable to collaborate and work with each other? Students and teachers, us as teachers, talking about the freshmen especially, or even students we never had before. How can we establish ourselves and make them feel comfortable? Family is also a big one that I was missing definitely during this fourth quarter. Our students are spending more and more time with their family during this distance learning. How can we connect with family to support our students, to get them online, to get them participating, to hold them accountable as well? So one of our goals is to bridge all three together. Some findings that we had was nearly half of the students in public high schools didn't join in distance learning. And some of that could have been by choice. Some of them could have been out of their control, such as no internet connectivity, equity issues. They found that we really need parent help to help lower this problem. And we need to help students feel a sense of belonging, to help them really feel a need to join in on synchronous learning. And to help build community, on Edutopia, a website on education, they highlighted a school in the East Coast that talks about culturally responsive teaching. Let's take a look at what that means.
Adelante, umbral de español. Busquen su nombre con su palito. Muchas gracias.
There are no blank slates walking into the classroom. Culturally responsive teaching is capitalizing on all that students bring with them from their personal lives and their home lives. And it's really knowing that student, knowing where he or she is from, and using that to craft the most meaningful and rigorous learning opportunities.
Yes, the last part cut off, but then the key
Adelante,
point,
umbral de español.
the key
Busquen su
point
nombre con
is we want to really recognize where our students come from. What is their background? What is it that they know? Who is it that they live with? Okay. And this is also from the video, but we're not going to watch that. They mentioned that evidence of relationships and belonging and opportunities for student voice are indicators of a classroom that is culturally responsive. So maybe one key that we can help each other for improving our distance learning is making it culturally responsive. What is it that we can do to provide more opportunities for student voice? How can we make them feel that they belong? How do we build community? Another part is extending learning. When we talk about extending learning, we have it by subject content. In this very session, we have a large collection of different subject matters: ELA, English, science, world languages. From an academic standpoint, yes, of course, we want them to reach our essential standards. How can we do so? Maybe we use a lot of tools in our class, such as Google Classroom, Google Doc, Flipgrid, anything else that we use in our specific subject matter. We need to train our students to be able to use this. Here's what some educational experts say on what we can do for effective ways to promote the extending of learning. That we need to put people first. We need to put our students first. This ties in with the culturally responsive learning, really recognizing what our students' needs are and what they know, and raising them from where they're at. Keeping things simple. I'm really terrible at this. Just giving instructions on tech tools that we're talking about. How do you use this tool? We try to intentionally do this, mindfully do this today by creating a hyperdoc, so it's as few clicks as possible, where you can find how to sign in, how to download the video, etc. That's something that we want to try working on this year. Emphasis on formative feedback over traditional grading. So outside of just giving letter grades of you got an A, B, or C here, or 8 out of 10 here, giving feedback such as what they're doing well, specifically right now, and also what they can do to reach the next level. So when we're looking for tech tools, we're hoping to find tools that allows us to do this, so the students, especially from a distance, can have a better sense of, okay, this is where I'm at, and what I'm doing does matter because it's being looked at. And the focus on authentic learning is the last one. That is student voice and choice in assignments. I know that some of our teachers in our district do use choice boards, which is really cool. I haven't done this yet. like a 3x3 board where it's tic-tac-toe. They can go across or down, different choices of assignments to show that they can meet essential standards. Okay, so moving on to our next objective, we're going to be talking about Goose Chase now. It's an interactive game tool that honors what students bring from home. Goose Chase is an interactive online game. It's competitive. You can play it by teams or individuals. Today we're going to be playing by individuals. And right now, devices, it's available on smartphones or tablets. We're still trying to work with to see if it works on Chromebook or not. But right now, smartphones and tablets for sure, it works. So our Japanese collaborative team across the district, in March, when we first went into distance learning, we thought that it was really important to rebuild community with our students. So we tried running this game with them. Let's see, what are some samples that they're able to show us to show their understanding. We would like to invite you to think about and how are they bringing what they have from home into our classroom. Her student's teaching how to write Japanese. The family student is teaching hiragana.
私の名前はマリリアです。
That's a level 1 student.
What do you think I said?
Amaya
ありのままの姿見せるのよ。ありのままの自分になるの。
That's our next American Idol.
たまりが大好きです。彼はパイナップルたまりです。たまりはメキシコの食べ物。
Okay. So as we were able to see from a few of the samples here, okay, as we were able to see from a few of the samples here, students were really able to bring in what it is that they have from home. One student, I guess they eat a lot of pineapple tamales, so she was able to share that. The audience isn't just for teachers, by the way. Students were able to see each other's work. And the cool thing is when we did this across all 5 high schools. So students of the same level, taking Japanese 1 class in North High, was able to see someone from Rancho, for example. So that was really, really cool for building community. So, all right, now that you have a sense of what Goose Chase is, I'm gonna pass the baton to my partner, Courtney here, and please tell us about how to play this game.
Okay. So welcome everyone to How to Play Goose Chase. So what Goose Chase is it's a scavenger hunt based application where it allows you to create different missions and you can use it based on the content that you're teaching, and it's very interactive and extends our learning with our students. So here we have 2 different types of missions that the game provides. There's a blue mission and then there's an orange mission. So what the blue mission is it's a text-based mission and it requires open-ended responses. And with this blue-based mission, unfortunately, there is a character limit of just 300 characters. So you can't write anything more than that. Do understand that it's fixed. But you can provide a lot of different written-based questions and missions via that. Then the orange mission is a video media-based mission. So you have videos and photos that you can utilize in this mission. And again, there is a fixed limit of video responses are only 15 seconds, and we cannot change that. So within these 2 different types of missions, the main question that we want you to consider as you're kind of experiencing and going through the game is, how do these missions build community and extend learning for students? So as you're scrolling through your missions, most of you have already the game, I hope. If not, I will talk about it in just a bit of how to download it together. But just scrolling through the missions, you're able to see which ones kind of speak to you. And again, how do those build community and extend learning for our students? So currently right now, the time is 1:35. So we're gonna come back at 1:55. So we're giving you about 20 minutes to go ahead and kind of play around with it, enjoy it, get up, move around. And upon coming back, we're gonna kind of talk about what your experience was with it and how it kind of relates to this question. Do we have any questions currently right now before those of you who've already downloaded the game go off and do it?
Okay.
Okay, so those of you who've already downloaded the game, again, our game code is in the upper right-hand corner of our screen. The game code is 1, B as in boy, 5, 3, K as in Kit Kat, X as in xylophone. Okay, so for those of you who have already downloaded it and had the game code ready to go ahead and just input that in and just scroll through the missions and have fun. For those of you that haven't downloaded it, go ahead and stay in the chat and we're gonna go ahead and walk you through it together. Okay, so for those of you who haven't downloaded the game yet, please go ahead and locate your Play Store. So for Apples, we have this capital A, and it's a blue button right here. That's our Apple iStore. And then for Google Play Stores, I believe it's like a play button, and that's your Google Play Store. So go ahead and click that button right there. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna provide you with a search engine, okay? So the search engine, we're gonna go ahead and write in Goose Chase. So Goose and Chase. And as soon as I write in right there, we're gonna go ahead and press the search button right there at the bottom. So now that we've already put in the search bar, it's popped up the very first one, Goose Chase. Now, because I've already installed the game, it says open. But for you, if you haven't installed the game, in the upper right-hand corner, it's gonna say get. So go ahead and click that button right there, get. Then it's gonna ask to install. Go ahead and click the install button. Now this may prompt some of you to sign into your Google account or your iPhone account. So if it does, go ahead and sign in as necessary. If it doesn't, then you're perfectly fine. So as it installs, it's gonna have this little circle that goes and comes full circle that shows that it's loading. And once it's loaded, it's gonna pop up with the open button. So we're gonna go ahead and click the open button there. And with this, what it opens to is a sign-in screen. Now it says sign in as guest or sign in via a new account. Today, don't worry about the new account, just sign in as guest. So go ahead and click the sign in as guest button. And then it prompts you with the game code screen. So per the game code that Cameron luckily just wrote into the chat as well, go ahead and put in the game code, which is 1, B as in boy, 5, 3, K as in Kit Kat, X as in xylophone. And once you press the fetch game, then it's gonna go ahead and show all of the missions that we provided here. We've provided probably about 24 missions. So yeah, go ahead, scroll through. You have until 150, what did I say, 155, 152,
let's
I think?
say 158, yeah. Why
okay,
not?
so you have until
Let's give it
158
time, yeah.
to complete these missions. And when you come back, we'll have a little discussion about it. So yeah, go forth, have fun, and at 158, please do come back.
And then we're also here for those of us who haven't finished installing yet. Please, yeah, feel free to ask questions here. We're here for your support.
This is Molly. I have a question.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, so I tried to download it via Google Play on my Salinas Union High School District Chromebook, and I was told that my administrator has not permitted it to be downloaded. So my question is, if I have students who don't have their personal devices, they don't have cell phones, they don't have a Chromebook, so how can they access it?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. And we tried, we're still in discussions with the tech services right now. And we're told that certain Chromebooks just can't handle it. So that's why we're apprehensive to say that it's available for everyone at this point. So that is, yeah, that's an issue that we have to look at right now. We're doing this on with the assumption that maybe they can borrow either from a family member, either that or work in teams. This is one thing that we did when we ran this in person pre-COVID. Yeah, thank you for bringing that concern. It's very important. Thank you.
So please go forth, have fun, enjoy. It does require a lot of probably moving around, so definitely go off and have fun. And we will see you back here at 58.
Okay. So meanwhile, Courtney, let's see what our subject matters at our her participants are in.
Okay. We have.
Maybe we can copy and paste it.
All of them?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to copy them. Sorry, I can't find the link.
You can't, are you able to find the link?
Mm-hmm. You can, I can probably access it on my phone maybe. It's sent. Well, let me just read it off to you then, because I think I accidentally clicked it off and I can't get it back, unfortunately. All right, so we have.
Okay, just clock watching. We do have 14 minutes.
Okay. Do you want me to just go ahead and say names or the?
I think we should copy and paste it into, into the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have that link though. That's the thing.
Okay. I'm going to send it to you right now to Line.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to copy that. Okay. Logged in.
Hey, so I'm having trouble. This is Jennifer Ostrowski. I'm having trouble with the typing. The predictive text or whatever is causing me. I can't. Probably I should know how to turn that off. Do you guys?
Predictive text. That might be on your.
Or spell check, I should say.
Spell check. Yeah, we might have to. You might have to go in your phone settings. Yeah.
Settings.
Yeah, your phone settings. Do you use an iPhone or do you use an Android?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do it on the iPhone, and I was trying to say marhaba, and it was coming up Nathan's over and over and over. I'm like, stop!
You know what? For the interest of time, I would just do it anyway, Jennifer. It's okay. Just go with marhaba.
We're not. Yeah.
We want you to experience a different mission. No, we're not grading you.
All right. Thanks.
It'd be like, check spelling, Jennifer. No, thank you though for bringing that up. That is a concern. Okay. Okay, thank you for copying and pasting. Is this everybody?
No, I don't think so. I have to get everyone else, but
I'm just wondering.
it's hard for me to scroll through the thing because it starts copying everything, like all
Oh,
of it.
I see.
So
Yes.
it's a little bit hard because I don't have a mouse.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um,
And there are also some of us who weren't able to respond. So I don't think,
I think that's everyone.
once we assign, I don't think we can randomize the rest of it. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay,
See,
but for now, let's do what we can.
Yeah, after that, I don't see any others. That was the last of them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So that was everyone that I saw.
Okay. We'll just try to copy and paste as many names as we can. That'd be perfect.
Oh, is ELA different?
Yes.
Got it.
I think. Might be wrong.
Okay. I thought it meant something else.
You know what? You might be right.
I thought it like English language.
Yeah, you are right. English bad. I mean, my English bad.
No. But hold on, let me check. There might be people who wrote more than once. Yeah, specifically 2 people wrote it twice.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and clock watching at 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it'd be good to have the full name in there because we do have participants with multiple similar first names as well.
Okay, there's an ELD.
Yeah.
But are they all going to?
Yeah, there's yeah, we might have to combine a few people if in the same room.
Yeah.
Let's see, 8 minutes. Okay.
Would that be considered a science? Maybe.
Oh my gosh, this is a huge list. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the ones that we already did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can just delete the ones that we've done, that way we can,
Okay, give me a second.
yeah. Thank you. Okay, 5 minutes.
And I think there were some people that didn't
Here.
write it because we had already been on our.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just randomized everyone else after that?
I don't think you can, so we might just have to randomly do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but let me try start doing that. How can I pull up this thing? Okay, 4 minutes. Drive. What is this called? Breakout rooms? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, how do you do this? Into 12 rooms. Meanwhile, Courtney, if you can, let's see, I guess you can't share screen. Yeah, if you can ask our participants to who haven't posted yet for the information.
Okay, it's also 3 minutes till.
Yeah.
So I just type it in private.
No, I mean, we can just ask overall. Yeah, I don't know if everyone's back yet, but still 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay, to all participants, we do have 2 minutes left. If you haven't had a chance, type in your what subject matter you teach. If you can kindly share that in the chat right now, that'd be really helpful. We're assigning rooms for
If you've
upcoming
already done
activity.
so, don't worry. If you've already done so, you're okay. But if you haven't, please do.
Thank you. Thank you, Shannon.
Sorry, are you telling us to submit it now? Whatever we have, or no? We still have another minute?
You still have another minute, yeah. And there's not, it automatically submits for everyone that you do.
Oh, okay.
So that's perfect, yeah. Thank you. And thank you for those of you who are telling me your subject matter right now. That's really, really helpful. Okay, so we are looking at time. Courtney, are you good to go?
I believe.
Okay, all righty. Courtney, please take it away and see if everyone's back yet.
Okay. So everyone, hopefully you all had fun and got to enjoy, you know, a 20-minute fun game of being able to see how this works and can work within your lessons. So let's go ahead and just before kind of breaking it down, I want you to take a minute to go ahead and look at the feed. So how you can find that is you're going to open your Goose Chase app and you see where it has all the missions, right? So, well, first of all, please go ahead and get out your device if it's not next to you already and have the missions list open. And so what I'd like you to take a minute to look at is towards the bottom here, we have an activity or missions button, a feed button, a ranking button, and so on and so forth. I'd like you to click the feed button, which is that second button right there. And I just want you to take a minute to scroll through and see what your colleagues have posted. And yeah, just get an idea of how students can kind of these questions. So just take a minute to do so. You'll come back at exactly 2 o'clock. Just go ahead and take a minute.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you also enjoyed it, please, yeah, share that too in the chat room. What is it that you enjoyed about?
Okay, so it is 2 o'clock. Yes, it was only 1 minute. But what I'd like you to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick out a few that I found that were very interesting. But again, you had to make sure that they're related to the question of how does it build community and extend our students' learning. So one that I found, which is an example of building community, is one that Matson had posted, and it's a picture of something that kind of is representative of summer. And what's nice is that he wrote down travels a lot as a kid. So he possibly traveled to Hawaii. So we kind of get to know him on a more deeper level, building community of like, oh, you travel? Well, so do I travel too. And you can connect with your students in that form, as well as extending their learning. So Ashley here has one about COVID. And the question was, please list the similarities between COVID-19 and the Spanish flu that occurred back in 1914 to 1918. And so this is obviously very relevant as of now. So she said, you know, the similarities I've noticed were, you know, it was global. Everyone was affected. Mask wearing was enforced. It was fatal. Many people had died, and there was a backlash. And we can see that currently now. So this extends our learning by relaying it to, you know, events that had happened in the past and kind of building upon our knowledge of history and so on and so forth. So considering, you know, these two examples, what I would like you to do is take you know, another minute or so. Maybe, Cameron, do you say 2 minutes, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
About a minute.
So take
about a minute is good. Yeah.
Okay, so take about a minute to consider the missions that you've done and how do you feel that extended learning and building community with your students. So the ones that you've done, not the ones that everyone else has done, but just personally the ones that you've done. How does that relate to that question and for your students? So go ahead and take a minute. We'll come back at 2, because I know it's 2:01. We'll come back at 2:03.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're here.
And please type it in. Please type it in the chat. Please type your answer in the chat. You know, the missions I did were this, and this is how it connects to community or building. I mean, extending learning.
Oh, thank you, Sherry, for sharing that. Yeah, getting students up and moving and break up the monotony. That's true. I find myself staring at the screen all day, every day. Oof.
So again, just looking at your missions, what missions you felt extended learning and building community. And just go ahead and write that in the chat box below.
Let's see. There's still a couple people we haven't heard back from. Let's try messaging.
We'll take roughly another 30 seconds or so to get some more answers in the box.
Yeah, what are you, can you share some of the answers that we're seeing right now, Courtney?
Sure. Sherry had said this is a great way to build community when kids can go that feed. Sorry. This is a great way to build community when kids can go that feed section and see what others have posted. Okay, yeah, that they can look through the feed and see what they posted. The missions I liked had to do with culture and experience, which is very true. And again, you can customize it to your own subject matter. Julie says, teaching someone from home, so language especially brings family into it and learning. Very true, very true. Yeah. Shannon has said, my team from the other high schools and I have scavenger hunts that we want to do, but we didn't know how that we were going to execute it yet. This is a great way to be using it, so that's awesome. Let's see, there's a few others that we have here. George said, my concern with this method is allowing students to film or take pictures to share. Oh, yeah, no, that that is a concern. I believe, like, so you can have, like, if there is certain selections, certain settings that you can put, but that is true. Let's see, one more. William Ozawa says, I like that this is a type of scavenger hunt, add some other dimensions. Very true.
Thank you, Bill.
What I didn't mention is that there's ways you can attach articles. I don't know if any of you had gotten to the articles section of the missions, but you can attach articles, have your students read it, and then do a 300-word response upon the article. So there's that too. Let's get one more in here. Michelle Frankel said, love that students will be moving around. Melanie said it's a great way for students to connect with each other online and get up and move around. Very good. So yeah, this was a very interesting and kind of a, interactive experience. It definitely gets your students up and moving around, because per what's happening now, especially with distance learning, we tend to sit a lot and our eyes get very tired looking at the same screen. So you can go outside, you can get them moving around. But considering that this all brings to community and building learning and bringing that outside in, bringing their family members in, bringing their content into their home, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next slide, which is our next objective. So objective, and we went over these earlier on, but objective 3 is exchanging ideas with other teachers for improving distance learning. So what this implies is we are going to have you break out into breakout rooms. And during these breakout rooms, we're going to have you address two specific questions in regards to building community and extending learning. So what we'd like you to do is question 1, consider what technology or apps you are comfortable using currently right now. And then question 2 is, how can we use these tools to help us honor our students' surroundings by encouraging them to bring in objects or families into our lessons?
And so we're sharing that right now on the screen. So sorry about that, so that you can see it too. Here you go.
Sorry. Tend to talk a little bit fast, so I apologize. But yes, so these 2 ideas we're going to have you in your breakout rooms discuss. We'll give you roughly about 7 minutes. So that will be about 2.
Let's say by 2:15. How about that?
Okay. Give you a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah.
So considering that, yeah, go ahead and take those 2 ideas. And once we break you out into the breakout room, just go ahead and start having a conversation. We are breaking you out into group or subject specific rooms. So you're going to be with like colleagues who are teaching the same type of subject matter.
Absolutely, yeah. This is in preparation to create our task at the end. So maybe that means you might want to make your own Goose Chase game. Maybe you don't. Maybe Goose Chase isn't for you. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to open the rooms. See you in a bit.
Okay, so we'll give you till 2:15.
Yeah.
Give you 8 minutes.
Okay, so please go ahead and join. Meanwhile, we do have some unassigned. Let's see. Let's see if I can check the chat. Oh, and if, Courtney, can you type the questions in? Actually, I'll type the questions in. I'll send it out.
No, I'll type them. No problem. I'll type.
I mean, yeah, because I think I'm the host right now, so only I can send out the message to everybody.